Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys how to use GApps today and how to create a presentation there. You're going to be working on a presentation to show different aspects of life for slaves in America prior to the Civil War. So, uh, first thing that we're going to do is go to GApps, gaps.abhsd.org, two P's. All right, you're going to come down here to where it says Google Docs. And you're going to put in your ID. I'm going to use my son's. And you're going to put in your password. Which I clearly don't know. Nope. All right, got it that time. So if you have any trouble with your password, Mr. Frakes can give you the little orange slips at the front of the room. Just make sure that they get clipped back into the same period as before. Okay, so here's Google Drive. You can get to your email over here, but here's Google Drive, and you can create different types of documents. It's like Microsoft Word. You can do a document, like a Word file, a presentation, a spreadsheet. You can do all sorts of stuff. We're going to do a presentation, so go ahead and click that. And so we have a new presentation, and we have to choose a theme. I don't care what theme you use, but some are going to be better than others for this purposes. Just choose like a blank, easy theme to work with, and we'll give it a title. Life under Slavery. You can give it whatever title you want, but that's what I'm going to do it for now. Now, up here, you can actually rename your presentation. Slavery Galore. You're going to put the names of the people in your group here. Now, here's what's interesting. A lot of times you have one person working in the presentation, nobody else is working. What you can do is come up here to share, and you find out who's on the other laptop, and you go ahead and type in their name or their ID number, and you can see, for example, that their ID number will come up as you type it. Or if you want to put in their name, like, you can put in a name like that. So once you've shared it with them, they will, if I can go back to Google Docs, under their shared with me, they will have this file, Slavery Galore, and or whatever you titled it, and they'll be able to click out, they'll be able to work on it at the exact same time as you, instead of sitting there watching you work on it. So, don't forget to put the names first and last of people in the group. Now you can add slides by coming down here. You can use this little drop arrow to choose different kinds of slides, or you can just do this and it'll add your basic slide with text, all right? What we're going to be doing is you have, under your directions, different categories that you need to find pictures of slavery. So for work, showing slaves at work, slave families, living conditions, all sorts of stuff. To do that, you're going to go to Moodle, and you can just open up another tab, and you're going to scroll down to this week. It says Slavery in Pictures link. I'm going to fix it so that when you click it, it goes right to it, but there's a link right there, so we'll click that. And here they have all of the things that you can find under slavery. Post-slavery life, we're not really. Physical punishment, yes. Religion and mortuary, so death practices. Family life, music and dance. Urban, so cities. Different occupations. Domestic servants, slaves that lived in the home, worked in the home. Plantation slaves, plantation labor, and slave ships, the Middle Passage. So you're going to look mostly in this middle area. So I'm going to go back to my little presentation. I'm going to do slaves at work. All right. So I'm going to come over here and find, let's say I want to find some plantation stuff, maybe them working out in the fields. And they've got different things. They've got some images that are not photographs, and you can use the little arrows here, or you can just go back to the larger images. They have some that are photographs, but not many. So, and a lot of these are pictures of the plantations themselves. Remember, you want to show the actual slaves at work and what their conditions are. So, here, this might be an interesting one, for example. So we'll open that up, okay? You see it opened in a new tab. Your other information's over there. Let's say we want to use this one. You're going to hold down the control button on your keyboard and click, and you'll get the ability to copy image. Go ahead and copy that. Come to Slavery Galore, and we're going to right-click and paste. This could take a little bit of time. It has to move on the internet. Be patient with it. So we're going to sit here while it creates images, as you can see, and then it'll give us our image slowly. This is obviously way too large for our purposes. So we're going to go ahead and shrink it down by grabbing the corner. Now the other part of the assignment is you need to explain how this picture, or I should say what this picture shows about work for slaves in general. So what you chose this image to talk about work for all slaves in America. So what was it about this image? What did it show? And again, you want to get the image. Let's say you don't want this to overwrite the image. You come over here and you can just drag this and make it smaller. You can make the image smaller. Remember that you don't want the image to hang off the screen. So there's different things that you can do, and you might need to shrink the size of your text. You can come down here and change the font size. And you just write. So you're going to create a new slide. You might want to try different slides to see. Title in 2 columns might be good, so you can write in this column, put the picture over there. You can delete columns by just hitting the delete key after you select it with the little blue around it. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. You're going to have one slide with description and picture for each of the different elements of slavery I want you to do. This will go for everybody in your group. You can actually send people to the computer lab and share the document with them, and they can work on the same document in the lab while you're working on it in the classroom at school. So if you have any questions, you can post under questions for Hess. You might want to try the chat room at the top of the page. Or you can ask Mr. Frakes. If there's any further questions, just, drop me a line. You'll be working on this for a couple of days, I imagine. So, all right, when you're done, you're going to come to File. And actually, you're going to come over here to Share, and you're going to share it with me, either at mhess@avhsd.org or socialstudieshess@gmail.com. Either one of those is acceptable, and you'll hit Share and Save. All right, good luck.